What is going on, you guys? It is Gawa. Welcome back to yet another Magic the Gathering video. Hope you're all doing good. It's been a while since I've said that. Quite a long time, actually. But today we're back with another deck tech. Today we're going to be looking at Arcades, the Strategist. Basically a 3/5 flying vigilance for 4. Whenever creature defender enters battlefield under your control, draw a card, and then each creature you control with defender assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Can attack as though it doesn't have defender. It's one of those stupid little decks that work, but they're my favorite in Magic. So, yeah, let's hop into the land base first. Start off with like the basics. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7 plains, 7 forests. Then there is 5 islands, I do believe. Yes, sir. Some of the specialty lands, you have Sea of Clouds, Adakar Wastes, Temple Garden, Reliquary Tower, Diamond City. I chose Diamond City because I'm a big fan of the shield counter. It helps a brother out, especially for like Arcades. Exotic Orchard, Command Tower, Fable Passage, Bountiful Promenade, Seaside Citadel, and a Hollow Fountain. Yeah, land base is pretty good in this deck. I think there's like maybe 34 plus or something. I'll have the deck list in the description as always in the Mox field. But yeah, I should say it's been a while, but I've been okay. I'm currently coming to you in my girlfriend's closet. That's where I am recording right now as we speak. But yeah, I got my setup back and everything is good. We're all good. I forgot to mention too, if you're new around here, be sure to check the link in the bio for the Discord. We're always up to no good there. Yeah, but let's continue on to 99% of this stuff is really just creatures and lands, if I'm being so for real, but we'll hop into the artifacts. So first one we got is a Meekstone. So basically all your walls are gonna have like not greater power than 2. They assign it, but it doesn't technically count. So Meekstone's just crazy because you're just going to be locking out everyone. Classic Soul Ring, of course, can't go wrong with that. You have Bident of Thassa. Just whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card, and then creature your opponent's control attack this turn if able. So you really just want to do that and bait out so you can just block with your walls and kill them. Lightning Greaves, always good to throw in Arcades. You got Reconnaissance. Remove target attacking creature you control from combat and untap it. That's just good for things, again, if you want to bait. You have the Guardian Project. Whenever a non-token creature enters a battlefield under your control, if it doesn't have the same name as another creature you control, there's a creature card in your graveyard, draw a card. So all your walls are going to be different names, so it's going to be nice that way. Exploration. Play additional lands on your turn. So we're just hopped from artifacts to enchantments. There's only like 3 or 4 artifacts in this deck. Exploration, play additional land. Next you got Intruder Alarm. This actually goes infinite with Wall of Kelp in this deck. You basically, Wall of Kelp, High Alert, and Intruder Alarm basically nets you infinite like Kelp tokens. It's stupid. You can just swing out with infinite Kelp tokens, or you can also do Chu Lane is in this deck. I think that's his name, where you could just draw your entire library and build your walls and then place a, the Ram, you'll see it after, but play that and then basically swing out for lethal, because basically you're just going to give yourself infinite mana through Intruder Alarm and Axebane Guardian, but yeah. Or High Alert, sorry, that's what it is. So you see where you can untap target creature, so you would get the mana net for that and have 5 mana instead, so you'd untap it and then you'd basically play. I mean, it's pretty cheese. Aura Shards, when a creature comes into play, under control, destroy target artifact or enchantment. I mean, we have so many that it's pretty broke. And Teleportation Circle. This is one that I've been play testing, but it's actually pretty good, seeing as you can flicker like some of the walls, like Wall of Omens and oh god, what's that other wall? Wall of Roots, where you can just get the green mana. So if you're running out and you have like 1 charge left, you could just flicker it and you get all the charges back. So it's not too bad. Next we'll get on to, I think this pile's instant sorceries, if I'm not mistaken. Cultivate, obviously, classic for ramp. Kodama's Reach, classic for ramp as well. Battle of Bywater is probably one of my favorite Magic cards. God, I just noticed my finger, my bad. God, hard working, no nails, you know what I'm saying? The Battle of Bywater. Destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater, then create food token for each creature you control. I mean, it's just funny. I love that card. Slaughter the Strong, crazy card. Each player chooses any number of creatures they control with total power 4 or less, then sacrifice all other creatures they control. So you basically can choose all of your walls if you have walls out, because they don't have power. So it's fantastic that way. Dusk Till Dawn, you can destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater, and then you can Aftermath it and return all creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard. And then Austri's Command, of course, because banger. Next, we'll get into the instances. I think this is it. We have Strix Serenade. It's good. It's just a lesser version of Swan Song, but still. Generous Gift. Make a 3/3 elephant. This is a good one too. Heliod's Intervention. You destroy X target artifacts and/or enchantments, and target player gains twice X life. I mean, you could cheese it out, infinite mana, just get infinite life, or destroy everyone's artifacts and enchantments if you really wanted to. Psych Rift. This is one of those cards not needed. This is a pretty budget deck, and you can knock down the price by like removing Psych Rift and stuff like that, exploration, stuff like that. But next is Beast Within. Make some beasts. Cyber Conversion is another one that I've been playtesting. It's just an OP card. You just turn it face up, and it's a 2/2 artifact creature. So unless you got things to get rid of artifact creatures, you're kind of screwed. Dovin's Veto, spell can't be countered, and a classic Swords to Plowshares, of course. All right, and now onto the main part of this deck is the actual creatures. A lot of walls in this deck, a lot of walls. So we start off with Wall of Blossoms. This one could be one where you can flicker it to just draw a card each time it comes in. Wall of Shards. It's just a 1/8 with cumulative upkeep of gaining 1 life, opponent does. Fortified Rampart. Wall of Tangle Cord. Crashing Drawbridge. This is the one I was talking about, where you basically, creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. So if you infinite mana, play your Lightning Greaves, throw that on the Crashing Drawbridge, and just tap the Drawbridge to give all your stuff haste and just swing out for lethal. Wall of Nets. Wall of Junk. A lot of these walls too, like you could see, they're big, they're just beaters, right? And at the end of the day, a lot of these walls are very cheap. So that's why I'm saying the creature base to this deck is not that expensive. Wall of Stolen Identity basically is going to allow you to copy a creature you don't control, which is kind of crazy. Wall of Kelp is the one I was talking about that works with the High Alert if you have infinite mana, because you would tap 2, tap Wall of Kelp, Intruder Alarm will trigger, untapping 2 of them when the Kelp comes in, so you'll just basically keep repeating. That's a funny card too. I think that's one of the most expensive cards in this deck for walls. Wall of Mulch. Wall of Ice. Wall of Roots. Wall of Omens. Wall of Denial, one of my favorites. 08 Defender Flying Shroud. Wall of Frost. The most beautiful wall that I have, Glacier Wall, 7th edition foil. Beautiful, beautiful. Now we're getting into the out of the walls, but still defenders. You have Overgrown Battlement. Fusing Green Shell is one of those cards, like, you don't channel more lands, creature you control get +2/+2, and another creature you control with toughness greater than its power enters. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it on the battlefield. So, I mean, you just can cheese out that. The absolute MVP of this deck is Tetsuko. Creature you control with power 1 or with power or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. So, you know, all of your walls are basically, you know, since it specifies power or toughness, all your walls are just basically going to be unblockable, and it's just a nightmare. Let's talk about Shield Bearers. Another MVP of this deck, Axe being Guardian. Easiest way with High Alert to get infinite mana. Fantastic card. Sylvan Cartiad, Resolute Watchdog, Hover Barrier, Jeskai Barricade, Orator of Uchati, I can never pronounce that. Drain of Magistrate just for the cheese. You can take him out again and cut your deck down a little bit in price. One of my favorite cards, Tree of Redemption. I know 13 Defender is always fun. Lavinia for a bit of stacks in this deck. Chulane, that's what I was talking about earlier, where you can, whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card, then put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield, and then you can 3 return target creature to your controller to its owner's hand. So you can just keep doing like Wall of Omens and just keep constantly bouncing it back to your hand and replaying it to draw your whole library. Weathered Sentinels, Gatekeeper Vine. Probably the Hulk Clade's a funny card too, man. You get like not Arcades, you get like 2 or 3 walls out that are like the 2 drops for like 8 power, and you have a 15 power on board by like turn 2. Vine Trails, Flumph, Birds of Paradise, Walking Bulwark, not Ballista, Carving Cartier, Oran Frostfang, Esper Sentinel, Shield Sphere, and Sunscape Familiar. So yeah, guys, that is the Arcades deck that I've been brewing for a while. Finally got it done a little while ago. I got a Wolverine deck that I'm currently building on right now, so I will definitely be sure to update you guys when that was done. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. If you're new around here, be sure to drop a sub. Give me a like, say what you liked about the deck, what would you change about it, if you would change anything. And remember, if you're not in the Discord, to check the bio down in the link below. We're always up no good over there. We got a lot more members, a lot of chit chat going on over there. And yeah, guys, like I said, I appreciate you guys so much. I'm glad to finally have a stable setup again and be able to record videos. But yeah, super thankful for you guys forever. And remember, guys, if it ain't Gobble Gang, it's no gang. I love y'all. Stay safe, stay blessed, and peace.